What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City watch-along. This time we're going to be covering Man City's first Premier League home game, the Manchester City game against Leicester City in the Premier League. Looking forward to this one. But before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are watching this live stream, you're enjoying the stream, make sure you leave a thumbs up so I know that you're enjoying the stream. Aiming first for our goal of 100 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Subscribe as well if you are new around here. Plenty more watch-alongs and Manchester City videos and stuff still to come. But without further ado, let's crack on with this video. And first we're going to speak about the lineups for this game. We're going to start off with our oppositions. Leicester City, the Foxes, they've gone with former Manchester City man Kasper Schmeichel, who is their captain. In goal, they've gone with Castagne, Evans, Soyuncu, Justin, Mendy, Youri Tielements, Pratt, Barnes and Vardy. So it's looking like 5 at the back there from Leicester, which is a little bit of a change of formation there from Brendan Rodgers. Got a very strong bench. Maddison on the bench. I was expecting him to start. Albrighton, Ward, former Manchester City man Kelechi Iheanacho, Perez, Chowdhury and Christian Fuchs. Strong team that from Leicester, and a pretty strong bench, if I'm completely honest. For Manchester City, we've gone with Ederson in goal, Kyle Walker right back, Benjamin Mendy left back, Eric Garcia partners Nathan Ake at the heart of Manchester City's defence. John Stones has picked up a niggly little injury, so he won't be featuring in this game. Don't get me started on that. Fernandinho, Rodri, Phil Foden and De Bruyne are occupying the midfield along with Riyad Mahrez out wide as well. I suspect it'll either be Foden or De Bruyne, them two alternating on the wings along with Riyad Mahrez. I imagine Mahrez will be on the right wing and either De Bruyne or Foden switching and altering on the left wing, and Raheem Sterling up front because Gabriel Jesus has picked up a little injury as well. He's out for a month or so. He won't be featuring for Brazil in the upcoming international break. So he's going to be out now until the end of October, unfortunately, and Aguero's going to be out until after the international break as well. Zach Steffen on the bench along with Zinchenko, Laporte and Ferran Torres. So some senior players there for Manchester City, and 3 youngsters also on the bench in the form of Cole Palmer, Tommy Doyle and also Liam Delap. Some arguing that Liam Delap should have started in this game. He started in the Carabao Cup midweek, scored. I suspect he'll be starting again in midweek in the Carabao Cup match against Burnley away from home. So there we go. There's a team. Let me know your thoughts of them in the chat. Score prediction for this game. I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory to Manchester City. So let me know in the chat your score prediction for this game. So currently got 39 people tuning in, which is fantastic. Already up to 44 likes, which is absolutely crazy. Raheem City's going, hoping Manchester City's going to pick up a 3-1 win. Robert Robinson going for 3-1, I presume, to Manchester City. You did say 3-1, I'm agreeing, 3-1 as well. And Sukar Bassi, yeah, I'll go with that. Going for 2-0 to Manchester City, so that's what we like to see here, if I'm completely honest. Having a look through now. People enjoying the intro there. Gucci's tuning in. Said he's been here since 2k subs. Keep it up. Love it. That's what we like to see. Tommy Plays going for 4-0. Presume to Manchester City. Vaten going for 3-1. I presume there to Manchester City as well. The Man City Stan going for 4-1 to City. Abdifata Aguero, if I said your name right, 2-1 to Manchester City. 3-1 Robert Robinson going for her as well there. And Anam going for 2-1. Courtney going for 3-0 to City. Lots of good predictions here. Keep them coming. Fantastic. So, yeah, Manchester City against Leicester. It's an interesting game. They're a very counter-attacking team. City need to be very careful in this game. We need to make sure that we are defensively sound. We need to make sure that we're being clinical. And also that we build on our very positive start to the season. Of course, a very difficult away victory against Wolves, which ended up being comfortable right at the death, but also picking up a good solid win with a lot of changes in the Carabao Cup as well against Bournemouth. So 2 wins from 2 at the start of our season, looking to build on that, looking to get our 3rd win of the season and our 2nd win in the Premier League, looking to put pressure already on at the top. So yeah, I'm feeling positive. I think if we can win this game, it would be a very difficult game. We've got quite a difficult start to the season. Niggly match against Wolves away. Improved on last season. We've won that game. Niggly little match here at home against Leicester. It'll be hard to break down. Good on the counter-attack. Threats up front. Jamie Vardy included and Barnes as well. So yeah, we need to be careful. But if we can win this game, I think we've put ourselves in an extremely strong position already at the start of the season. We've got a difficult match coming up in midweek against Burnley in the Carabao Cup. And then our next Premier League game is a very difficult away match against Bielsa's Leeds United as well. So yeah, well, a very difficult start this for Manchester City with no pre-season and everything rolling about. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. I'm hoping that we can hit the ground running here and be able to show our clinical best. We've not got a striker or an out-and-out striker. Jesus and Aguero are injured. That might suit Manchester City. We have been known to play 6 men across midfield, completely dominate the midfield, and any player that's playing in a forward position wants to get into the box and have a pop, they can. We've seen that before, and it has worked really well. So that's something that we may see. Sterling, though, big chance and opportunity here for him. I suspect we'll be seeing Liam Delap as well at some point in this game, so he may well make his Premier League debut as well. So yeah, that's what we're looking forward to. YK going for 2-1 to Man City. Amit Moore going for 2-1 to Manchester City. That is what we like to see. It's good. It's good. So yeah, the match that's played today, we'll talk about a couple of the Premier League games. Leeds United have won away from home against Sheffield United, who have played 3 games now, Sheffield United, and lost all 3. Had a really good season last season, struggling a lot this season, second season syndrome maybe. Looks like it may be a long season for them. Leeds United getting off to a good solid start. Very unlucky at Anfield not to pick up any points, but winning their next 2 games, coming back stronger. So that is going to be a very difficult game for us next weekend at Ellen Road. But yeah, the next game that came forward, the Tottenham against Newcastle game. Tottenham were looking relatively comfortable, 1-0 up. Then all of a sudden, 95th minute, the talking point of the weekend, VAR, handball. A handball, very weak one, is given. Penalty to Newcastle. They managed to equalise. I think their assistant manager was sent off for Tottenham, and it's finished 1-1 in the end. And so I'm hoping that we're not going to get stung by any handballs or VAR controversies in this game. At the moment, what the Premier League are doing is what happened a couple of seasons ago in the Champions League, which is anything that hits the arm, deliberate or not, hands up or down, anything that hits the arm, they're going to give a penalty for. So that's the direction that we're heading in. Lots of people are disagreeing over it. Lots of people unhappy. I'm not a fan of the rule, if I'm completely honest. There's lots of inconsistencies out there from different referees for different games who are favouring different clubs. So yeah, there's talks of lots of pundits are wanting that to be binned off along with lots of fans. So love to know your thoughts on them handball ruling in the chat. Whilst we have a little build up to this game, we're still 6 minutes away from kickoff. Daniel's going for 3-0 to Manchester City, tipping City to get a clean sheet. Always like a clean sheet. I think that'd do the world of good to our defence. Kickoff is at 4:30. That's what I was saying. It's inconsistent, isn't it? It's Man United ended up knocking PSG out due to handball, and it's just gone absolutely crazy. If I'm completely honest, it's the world gone daft with handball. I said it's getting to a point where there needs to be clarification on what is handball and what isn't, because at the end of the day, it's functioned really well over the last few years with a handball rule, which is the handball's either deliberate or it isn't. If you're going to have your arms sticking out and not by your side, you're going to run the risk of a penalty or a decision going against you. It's getting to a point where even if you've got your arms by your side, as long as it's hitting your arm, it's impacting play. Referees are giving penalties. Referees are disallowing goals, but in some games allowing goals. It's bang. Mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. I'm not too scared for Aymeric Garcia. He's a very calm and composed player. He's a decent player. He just doesn't want to be at Manchester City, which is unfortunate. If he'd committed to his long-term future at Manchester City, everyone would be loving it. No one would have any problem with him starting for this game. But because he doesn't, it's casting lots of doubt in everyone's mind. Leicester have got pace. It's all about City being clinical in this game. If City end up not picking up 3 points in this game, it will come down, guarantee it right now, to Manchester City at the end of the day not putting their chances in the back of the net. We're always going to create chances. As long as we're putting that ball in the back of the net, we'll be absolutely fine. And that was something that we lacked in inconsistency last season. We may have scored a lot of goals, but it got to a point where we could have scored even more. And if we'd put our chances away early on in these games, then we wouldn't have dropped points and we wouldn't have lost as many games as what we did. And so that's what we need to do. Leicester here, they'll be looking to put us under pressure. They'll be looking for that first goal, putting us, having us always chasing the game. That will really suit them. Whereas if City can get the first goal and get that killer second goal, get the first 2 goals, always what we're looking for, you'll be amazed at how City then end up cruising a lot of games in doing that. So yeah, there we go. Mason going for 2-1 to Manchester City. I like that. I like that. Tuning in, Derek is from Idaho, all the way in Idaho, United States of America. Loving it. Where's everybody tuning in from? I'm tuning in from sunny old Greater Manchester. North Greater Manchester is where I am at the moment. Jimenez. That's my opinion. He's cost a lot of money. He's an aging player, as the players now are coming out ready for kickoff in 3 minutes or so. Please don't spam the chat. I'll give you a warning there. You spam the chat, you'll be removed from the stream, so please do not spam the chat. CT, Connecticut, USA. Barbados. It's very exotic places here. Love it. Love it. Originally from Leeds, supported City 6 years, currently in Sheffield. Nice, nice. Here's Manchester City now come out. Right, you've had your warning. So, bam. Ciao for now. There we go. A flight to Manchester. Well, he's having his medical in Portugal, so there's no rush for him actually to come to Manchester. The agreement's in place. I imagine City will send people out to Portugal for him to sign his contract, and everything will get sorted from there, really. Tuning in from London, Newport, South Wales. Nice. Trust me, it's more exotic than where I am. Rightio. Nearly ready for kickoff now here. They're just going through the teams. I'm going to crack my can open because I'm thirsty. I'm on the dark fruits again. I bought a pack of 4, so I'm just getting working my way through them. On the same drink. I like the drink, so don't come at me. Oh, nice. Getting through Leicester's team now. I'm watching on Sky Sports at the moment. That's what it's live on in the UK. Scared of Vardy and his pace. Tuning in there. Amit Moore is tuning in from Scotland. Well, Tosin wants to leave Manchester City, so if he wants to leave and go and prove himself somewhere else. Yeah, I've heard about Milic from Napoli. We're not going to go into negotiations with Napoli, so no truth in that, in my opinion. No truth at all. The camera panning in on Raheem Sterling. Like I said, big game for Raheem Sterling. We're behind closed doors once more here. Fans not allowed in. Still, they've delayed the proposals for fans going back into stadiums. We were hoping to get fans back into stadiums within the next month or so, which is now being delayed and put on hold. Which I like having fans in stadiums, so I'm hoping at some point this season we'll have fans back in. As you get a nice little drone shot of the Etihad Stadium. Ready for kickoff here of the Manchester City versus Leicester City game. Premier League, City's second game, Leicester City's Manchester City's second game, Leicester City's third game. Both teams won all their games. Lots on the line. 2 quality teams. Let's see what they can bring to the table here. See if we can serve up a very good football match with hopefully Manchester City coming out on top. As the players take a knee with the no room for racism, which signals the start then for the first half for this game. As we have kickoff. As Leicester City, I think they're playing in a burgundy type colour there, looking very Burnley-esque. Manchester City playing in their normal swimming pool kit of blue and white. FIFA, thank you for tuning in, going for 4-1. Love it. It's currently Everton that are first at the moment. As City now in possession, working the ball just inside the Leicester half. It looks like De Bruyne's playing central, so I presume that's Foden drifting out to the left wing. Riyad Mahrez is playing on the right wing. Wondering the position of Fernandinho and whether City's going to go 5 at the back as maybe a possible wing back as Mendy looks to get a ball in. It is dealt with eventually though by Leicester City, although only momentarily. Mendy there pulled out of a challenge. As De Bruyne has tackled well. Opinion on Ruben Diaz. Good player. Looking forward to seeing what he can do. He's offside there. We'll obviously wait to see what happens, but Jamie Vardy definitely offside. There we go. The flag does go up eventually. There's a new ruling. That is a ruling I'm a fan of. The offside one. Just keeping the flag down and the decision to be made once the chance has either come or gone. Vardy there didn't really time his run that well. Yeah, he's offside. But yeah, Ruben Diaz, good player. Very commanding. He's very physical. Good with his communication. Likes to motivate players. Seems like a good leader to have in the dressing room and hopefully on the pitch as well. And hopefully be able to command our defence and put a little bit more organisation there with our high line. I think he's a good signing. We picked him up for a really good amount, 55 million euros as well. So we're looking at around roughly just over 50 million pounds. I think he's an improvement on Nicolas Otamendi, and Otamendi's the player that will be leaving and Diaz coming in. So yeah, I think he's a good player. 23 years old, good age, good sell-on value. We could do a lot worse. As De Bruyne brings it forward now to Raheem Sterling. Surely going down the left-hand side, Mendy. Can he get a ball in? It's headed clear from Leicester. City here, lovely little build-up. Leicester already sitting very deep. It's not a great ball, but it does go out, though, for a corner to Manchester City. They can put a good ball into the box. We don't really score that many from corners, if I'm honest. As the ball does go in. Headed down. Chance here for a shot. He does, and he's in! It's a brilliant goal! It's an absolutely brilliant goal on his weaker right foot. You won't think it was his weaker right foot from Riyad Mahrez. A fantastic finish into the side roof of the net. So brilliant goal from Riyad Mahrez. Corner isn't a fabulous one. It is dealt with well by Leicester. In fact, I'm very harsh there. It is a good ball in, actually. A testing ball in. It's defended well by Leicester. Soyuncu couldn't get in the way of it, and Riyad Mahrez just smacks it. That is a brilliant finish from Riyad Mahrez on the half volley to put Manchester City 1-0 up after only 4 minutes. That is a great goal from Riyad Mahrez. That is brilliant. I think we should have a look at a set piece coach. I'll tell you what, that's one thing Liverpool are a lot stronger than City on. It's definitely the set pieces. But a brilliant start to the game. Riyad Mahrez, he said he wanted to score past his former team, Leicester City. What a way to do it. Looking very motivated on his weaker right foot. Makes it Manchester City 1, Leicester City 0. Brilliant start to the game. Absolutely brilliant start to the game. There's De Bruyne. Don't stop. Keep going. Like I said, the killer second goal. We've got that important first goal. Can we get that second goal? City, nice to see City scoring in the first 15 minutes of the game as well. Really puts teams under pressure, that one does. He's nice and physical, Ruben Diaz, so I'm hoping that he can bring a bit of physicality to City's back line and also be able to put balls into the box and score off things like free kicks and corners as well and headers. It is an outlet as Mendy looks to put a ball in. It's defended by Leicester. And that's a really poor pass by Mendy working it out. Puts it out for a throw into Leicester as the ball was skied high. Didn't even control it, just looked to pass it and went straight out. Garcia, I think he's picked up he's got stitches. He's had 18 stitches in his head, so he's picked up a head injury somewhere along the line. Not sure if that's happened in training or not. It must have, unless something's happened elsewhere. I'm not aware of, but fairly sure something's happened somewhere along the lines. As Ederson's going to mop that one up nicely as a good through ball was played in by Leicester. So yeah, he's picked up some kind of head injury, so he's having to play with the... What are they called? What are they called? I forgot what they're called. It's like a rugby helmet, isn't it? That's some of the is it the props play in rugby union? Not sure I've seen many of them playing in rugby league, but rugby union you see them a lot more. Anyway, yeah, head injury. That's what's happened there with Eric Garcia. That's a good ball out. Walker here. Well, that's a good tackle. It's a good tackle. Just headgear, isn't it? Head guard. I know it's a headgear, but it'll have a name. Kyle Walker in his very fluorescent, bright orange boots. So is Fernandinho. To that one, I'm hoping I'm saying your name right here, but Matija, let you say your name. But the answer, I don't know. I do not know if their City's business is done. I imagine it would be outgoings at City be focusing on the future of players like Eric Garcia. Nicolas Otamendi obviously will be going to Benfica. Whether Zinchenko leaves, if he should leave as well, and Barcelona are interested but haven't made a move as of yet. But if he was to leave before the end of the window, then maybe City may have to have a look at one more player, whether that might come at left back or maybe another position. I do not know. Someone made a good point of who some hour the Man City have been linked with previously, that maybe if Arsenal have a good bid accepted, that City may offer match that bid and go for him. Remains to be seen. I imagine the rumour mill will be in full swing this week as we head toward transfer deadline day. So it's all about who leaves Manchester City will give us a good indication as to what City choose to do for the remaining, as of today, 8 days left of the transfer window. As we're through 8 minutes now into this game, City managed to pin Leicester back. We've already got that goal. They're under pressure, Leicester. Exactly what we're looking for. A great goal from Riyad Mahrez on his weaker right foot, putting it into the top corner with an absolute bullet. Although, poorly dealt with, and Ederson is calm and collected. Going to pick up that ball and just move it out. I think that's to Fernandinho. It's not a confirmed signing. They are set to sign Ruben Diaz. That could come in the next 24, 48 hours. It looks like it is quite close. Fees already been agreed. Apparently City have already got personal terms agreed. So just need the last bits of the formalities. Obviously get Ruben Diaz over to Manchester and get the signing sorted. Portugal is on the quarantine list, so I don't know if he has to quarantine or not. Considering he's a footballing professional, he'd be coming over for work. He's having regular testing. I'm not sure if he would or not. But if he does, I imagine he'll probably just stay out in Portugal and City will get everything sorted through their personnel in Portugal. Because he's got the international break coming up, then he might have to quarantine when he... I don't know. I'll be completely honest. Anyway, De Bruyne, ball in, blocked. Fernandinho goes for a shot. Blocked once more. Someone mentioned Strombo up there that caught the corner of my eye as well. Nothing like Strombo and watching the football. Love it, Zach. Fantastic. That is exactly what we're looking for. As Kyle Walker sent into a sprinting race, does get there ahead of Barnes and manages to distribute it nice and comfortably out to Ederson. Things looking very comfortable for City at the moment. We are looking always for the comfort to ease everyone's anxiety with that second goal, that killer second goal. Yes, Zach Steffens had to quarantine. So I'd imagine Ruben Diaz would have to as well. City can get that transfer sorted. As Raheem Sterling picks up the ball. Doesn't put it into the back of the net, so VAR would have had a decision to make as the referee does blow his whistle, as it did look like a foul, if I'm completely honest. Looked like is it a tug or a coming together of the players? It's a good ball nonetheless. Yeah, it's a coming together of the players' legs. Yeah. I mean, it's very... I mean, Lyon had a goal allowed in the Champions League for something similar like that. Thank you very much, Jedi City. Love your name, by the way. Appreciate your nice comment. De Bruyne. Is that going for a De Bruyne next goal? That's a good prediction. I'm going to go for Raheem Sterling next goal. Good to see Riyad Mahrez actually picking up the form that he had from last season as well and getting himself a goal. Looking very motivated in this game. Edwin going for Foden. I think if Leicester score next, I reckon it'll come via Barnes. That's what I'm going to go for. "3-0 before half-time would be great. Start resting some players, then start thinking about the 2 more games that we've got before the international break. Because we've not had a pre-season. I suspect that once we get back after the international break, City will be hitting the ground running. Lots of games every 3 to 4 days. And that's what we'll be looking for. We should be through our gears by then. It's a bold prediction. 2-1 at half-time. Edwin, a fan of Harvey Barnes. Tadius, hello, thank you for tuning in. What are we up to? We're on to 63 likes now. We're only 37 likes away from 100. So that's my aim for the live stream. Excuse me. That's my aim for the live stream. John Stones is injured, is why Garcia is starting today. Possibly suggesting that Garcia may not be off to Barcelona within the next week or so. Pep to come on and score a goal would be good. Oh, man. I've not had a chance, actually, to see his goal. Apparently, it was quite an emotional goal. Lots of hugging involved in that. Definitely his last game, Ruben Diaz. Otherwise, you wouldn't have done that. Thank you, everyone, for leaving a thumbs up. Actually, we're now right close to 70 likes, which is good. Good to see. No, I think he's just too expensive. I don't think City will pay the price that Sevilla want for Koundé, so no. Perth, Australia. Love it, Imma and Bry. What time is it in Perth? Got to be well into the night in Australia now. As that's well worked. A shot comes in, and it's over the bar from Rodri. Good bit of pressing that. Ederson's second goal. Is that going to be a set piece, or are you just going to pump the ball forward? There's Ash tuning in from South Africa. Whereabouts in South Africa are you tuning in from, Ash? Alexandros, I presume that's your name, because I'm not going to attempt to say that, because I can't. Tuning in from Greece. I like that. Love it. Greece. I said it's exotic on the JSGC channel today. Nearly midnight, 11:44 PM in Perth. Tuning into the JSGC channel with a live watch-along in the afternoon as it is here in Britain. Fantastic. Thank you for tuning in. Tuning in from Cape Town. We've got someone tuning in from Singapore. What time is it in Singapore? It's not exactly going to be early there as well. Decent. As a ball goes out of play. Kasper Schmeichel there overhitting the ball. Edwin tuning in from Hong Kong. Matthew tuning in from the lovely, is it town or city? I'm not sure, of Middlesbrough. Kudrat tuning in from Bangladesh. Marzar tuning in from Somalia. I'm tuning in from Greater Manchester. It's not as exotic as these places, is it? China as well. Tadius, whereabouts in China are you tuning in from there? Another one tuning in from Cape Town as well. Merseyside. Oh dear. What we're going for? The most exotic and least exotic. I think Merseyside may be right up there with the least exotic, if I'm honest, as Dragons tuning in from the lovely, lovely city of Kingston in Jamaica. Durban, wow. Fantastic. This is brilliant. Hating it. Why are you hating Merseyside? Whereabouts in Merseyside, by the way? Jedi tuning in from Germany. Whereabouts in Germany you're tuning in from? Alex used to be living in, is that Abu Dhabi you meant to be saying there? And Dubai, the United Arab of the Emirates. Very nice. Lovely and warm there, I'd imagine. I'm such a travel nerd, aren't I? I'm very interested in where everybody's from. Blows my mind where everybody tunes in and watches my stuff from. It really does. Feel very blessed that I get to interact with everybody from around the world. Living across the water from Liverpool, so are we talking Birkenhead? On that side of the River Mersey, are we talking North Liverpool? South Lincolnshire. Nice. Oh, another one, Cape Town. Very popular in Cape Town. Birkenhead. I've had the honour of going with my brother because he supports Preston when they were in League One. They went and we went to Tranmere away. So I went to Prenton Park. Birkenhead isn't the most desirable of places. I can vouch for that. Thank you, Philip. Appreciate it. Place is so exotic. Thank you very much, Alex. I appreciate it. Love and love it. Just tuned in, no problem, Mr. Super Sid. Have a flick through the chat and have a look where people are tuning in from. Very exotic today. Very exotic. We've had the Maldives. What have we had? We've had China, Hong Kong, Perth, Australia, Singapore, Somalia. I think we've had was it Idaho? Someone said in the United States of America. Lots of people tuning in from Cape Town. We've got Middlesbrough, Newport, Chancever City. Saved well. We've got Birkenhead, of course. You'll be very familiar with Birkenhead. Brazil as well, a JSGC member, JTH01, tuning in from Brazil. Whereabouts in Brazil? Someone asked anyway, Aguero, replacement. It looks like Lautaro Martinez is going to be staying at Inter Milan, so he could well be an option, possibly next summer. What other options are there? Haaland, Mbappe. Will Mbappe leave PSG? Who knows? Pretoria, nice. Barcelona, love it. Pakistan, Northants, nice. So you're 30-minute walk away from Tranmere. Nice. I'd like Haaland. The birthplace of Raheem Sterling, Jamaica. Love it. Rio de Janeiro. The Copacabana Beach. Nice. New York City. I'm hoping. I've got a holiday booked actually in June to New York City. JSGC coming to New York City very soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if we're allowed to go to America then. Stoke-on-Trent. I just like fruit cider. My favourite alcoholic drink. Always will go for that. So that's why. It's just a taste preference. Sweet drinks suit me better than bitter ones. Hello, Paul. Thank you for tuning in. Bloody, it's been horrendous, hasn't it? Managed to sneak in a quick trip to Venice. It looks like that's probably going to be my lot for travelling abroad this year. I'm just thankful I managed to get away. At least to somewhere. Got our helves. Got to be thankful of something. Yeah, it is. It's terrible. Can't go to football as well. It's been right off year. Write it off. If you could tell me that we can fast forward, just get rid of the year and go straight into 2021, I'd probably do that, but 2021, I don't know if it's going to be any better, if I'm honest. Hope it is. I really do. Really do. Yeah, not been a bad day at all. The sun's shining for once in Manchester, as you can see if you're watching the game, which is good. Thank you very much, JTH01. How are you? I'm not a real fan of the normal Strongbow. It's a bit... in terms of actual original cider, ciders like Thatcher's Gold and Magners, stuff like that. They're more what I tend to go for with cider if it's not going to be fruit one. Strongbow Dark Fruits is one of my favourite fruit drinks, by the way. We're having a good conversation here. We're actually 20 minutes into the game. Not much has happened really since City have scored. A lot of passing around. Leicester struggling really to get involved in the game. City looking for opportunities. It was very nice, yeah, you're all right. And that was only because it was sweet. And do you know what I mean? Most of the time I have a couple of pints of Strongbow. Does funny things. I think Tielements is a good player. I'm not sure I'd have him at the moment, but maybe in the future if any midfielders were to leave, then yeah. White Lightning Cider. I've never heard of White Lightning Cider. Well, that's an interesting one. Let me Google that 1 minute. White Lightning Cider. I've never heard of that one. Oh yeah, in a blue bottle. Wow. There's a chance here for Leicester as it's tackled. The first headline, it says, white cider is becoming like heroin amongst alcoholics. What a headline. Oh, man, maybe I need to try this this White Lightning cider. What a headline. I like Copperberg. Copperberg's one of my favourites. Mixed fruit, strawberry and lime. Can't go wrong. Jose Jimenez. 2020. Not sure we'll be signing Jose Jimenez. Corner comes in from Leicester. Surely Ederson's going to pick that up, and he is. 10-0 to City. Wow. De Bruyne now brings the ball forward. Leicester looking to try and foul him. Referee surely is going to give a free kick. He is. Not only that, but a yellow card to the Leicester City man as well. Stopping the counter-attack there. Tielemans doing the sensible thing there and stopping De Bruyne doing what Kevin De Bruyne does, which is on the counter-attack, threading them killer through balls through to allow an opportunity to City. So make sure he gets his arm across him, slows him down. He'll take a yellow card for the team. Tactical fouling. People are against it. I'll be honest, don't mind it. Monster Energy Mango Loco Flavour. Wow, to keep your eyes open. Messi 2021. Yeah, I can get behind that. Messi 2021. There we go. Aguero replacement. We're going to have Aguero lining up with Lionel Messi next season. Yeah. And it could happen. Could happen. He's out of contract. Could happen. Do I think we need a forward this season? I think we can do 12 more months. In 12 months, we definitely need one. But 12 more months, I think we could. Katie, thank you for tuning in. I've got the 3-1 to Manchester City. What are you going for? 3-1 to City. Bayern Munich lost. I saw they were losing at half-time 2-1. So I'm wondering if they've lost, because that should be either near full-time or of full-time. Had to play 120 minutes on Thursday evening, so maybe they've rested players. I've not really been paying much attention. Ball gets played through now here. Walker, can he get a ball in? It's good defending. It's blocked by Leicester. Fernandinho brings it. Takes it backwards, not forwards for Manchester City there. Ake making his second appearance here for City in the Premier League. Siam Bonga, 3-2 to Manchester City. That would be a hell of a game. Foden distributes it to the left-hand side. It's a good switch of play to Benjamin Mendy. Maybe that's what City are looking more for. Excuse me. Maybe looking for quicker distribution when switching flanks rather than just passing it across and be too pedestrian. Cut it all out. Surely that's a free kick to City. It is. Eric Garcia goes down wearing his rugby helmet. Bayern got destroyed 4-1. Did it finish 4-1? Wow. Wow. Paul going for 4 to Man City. Going for 4-0 there, Paul. Leroy Grant going for 3-0 to City with the 4 fire emojis. Love it. Chance here for the free kick, though, from City. Mahrez, De Bruyne is standing over it. Zach's going for 3-1 to City. Looks like it suits. De Bruyne puts the ball in. It's not a bad ball. It's a good save. I was just about to say, it looked like it'd suit the left foot of Riyad Mahrez to put a ball in there, but De Bruyne puts a brilliant ball in. He's 100% onside. It's a 3-header. I tell you what, either side that goes in is slightly behind the ball. Slightly behind. So he's able to just get his head onto it and test the keeper, but it's straight at him. If he times his run perfectly there, that, in my opinion, goes in the back of the net. Chance here for Leicester. Flicked on. Kyle Walker can get in the way. He's cleared by City there. Just like that, Leicester can come forward and cause us problems. Bit of last-ditch panic defending there from Manchester City. As Ash is going for 5-0 to Manchester City. Gray going for 4-0. Taylor is going for 3-0 to City. That was a real opportunity, that, for Leicester. 4-on-2 at one point there. Got away with that one. Really did get away with that one. No sooner did we have a brilliant opportunity for Fernandinho to make it 2-0. It was almost 1-1. Ball gets flicked forward. Riyad Mahrez picks up the ball. Can he get a ball across? Twisting, turning onto his right foot. It's cleared by Leicester. As Joshua goes for 2-0. Edwin going for 4-2. Immer and Breyer going for 4-0 to Manchester City. Elton going for the crazy 69-0 to Manchester City. How many minutes is left of the game? I mean, we've not even got 69 minutes left, so we have to score more than a goal a minute. What a game. Ball gets played through. De Bruyne can't get the ball across. Good bit of defending that from Leicester. Defending well in numbers. Most importantly, though, City have got that goal. They are playing hard to break through. Does that look like a push there from Kyle Walker? And it was. And a free kick is given to Leicester. 3-1 Katie's going for Manchester City. My day's been fine, thank you. How was yours? A decent, good, sunny Sunday afternoon here for me. How was your afternoon? How has everyone else's afternoon been as well? As Ibrasso HD high definition going for 3-1, I presume, to Manchester City. Ake's style. She's going to need to adapt. If he wants to step forward, if you're going to step forward, it's not just up to Ake to adapt, but also defensive midfielder that's going to adapt. Fernandinho was great when he was playing, because he used to slot into them gaps. So if Ake stepped forward, he'd then cover them gaps. Fernandinho, though, getting no younger. So pace will drop off from him eventually as Leicester put a ball into the box. Ake brings it clear. Leicester here having a good bit of possession. Glad to hear it, Katie. Steve going for 2-0 to Manchester City. Leicester coming through here, having a little bit of possession. Working the ball from left to right. Now on the right-hand side. Inside the Manchester City half. I'd have to see more of Jaden Braff before I can give an opinion on him. I think he'd be best having another season in the academy to develop and see where he goes from there. As Leicester waste possession and put it out for a throw-in. As Braff is injured, he's confirmed it himself that he is injured, but he will be back soon, which is good to see. Do I think City give their youth a chance? I think we're starting to give our youth more and more chances, in my opinion. So that's good to see. As that's a poor ball given away. As Phil Foden's working really hard to try and win that ball back after originally giving the ball away. Pressing and pressing, forcing Leicester back, which is good to see. All the way back to Kasper Schmeichel. Where we're starting to see more of Tommy Doyle. I'm certain we're going to see more of Harwood Bellis. If he doesn't go out on loan. We're seeing more and more of Cole Palmer featuring on the bench as well. Liam Delap, I'm hoping he can stay in and around the first team squad. So, we're starting slowly to give more and more youth players a chance. And if they're not, these youth players are heading out, either out on loan or being sold permanently. And City are putting things like buyback clauses and sell-on fees in place, which is good to see. So, I think we're getting better with our youth prospects. Not perfect, but not bad. Ruben Diaz is our new centre-back. Looking forward to him becoming a Manchester City player and showing everyone what he can do. Physically tall, powerful player, commanding, very vocal. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. I think it'll be a good signing for City. I hope he is anyway. Garcia and Walker working hard on the right-hand side. I think Garcia is a really good player. I was hoping his head injury knocked some sense into him, really. Why would you be going to the mess that is Barcelona right now? Why? Why would you do that? Don't understand. Leave the perfectness of Manchester City and how we're playing. A well-run club. I know it's his home and he's from Barcelona and all that, but they're on the decline. Like, surely he started for Manchester City. Why go to Barcelona, a team that are going to be in serious transition from next year once Lionel Messi leaves? I mean, I don't know. There we go. It's his decision. It's his choice. I will support his decision whether he wants to stay or leave Manchester City. It is what it is. I don't swear dedication from players. I just thought that Garcia just surely wanted a couple more seasons at City to see how he's getting on. I don't think he's homesick though. He's been here for a few seasons. He's done really well. He's never looked unsettled. I think he's just got the chance to go back home. That he sees it as a good opportunity just to go and do that. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. But City have a price. Barcelona must meet that price if they want to sell Garcia. I'm confident if Barcelona get anywhere close to 20+ million euros, that Manchester City will sell him. Definitely with City signing a centre-back with more cover there. So this could be, I just thought about it, this could be Eric Garcia's last game for Manchester City. I don't think it will be, but it could be. It could be. Ball gets played across. It's one of those for opinions and stuff. It's like people didn't like Leroy Sané as well. And him leaving Manchester City. I accept that players will not dedicate their whole career and lives to Manchester City, and I wouldn't expect or want Manchester City to swear allegiance to only Manchester City. If a player wants to leave, then they can leave as long as we get a good price. That was a brilliant ball in from Kevin De Bruyne. And if any player wants to leave Manchester City, as long as the club's willing to pay the price that the club want to accept, then the player can leave and they'll get all my well wishes, and we'll all move on with our lives, and we'll pick up other players, and it's just how it is. Players come, players go. Eric Garcia is a very good player. I'd hoping he'd stay, but his decision is his decision, and he wants to leave, so there we go. Ideally, I'd rather Eric Garcia, if he wanted to leave, would leave. We get a cool, good 20 million plus euros, and we can move on with our lives. You know what I mean? At the moment, we look a bit short in numbers, so that would explain why he's here. And City are happy to keep him here, but him leaving for free, I'm not so keen on. Barcelona can open up pre-contract talks with him from January. So yeah. Nicolas Otamendi, he's set to go to Benfica as part of the swap deal for Ruben Diaz, so we're probably not going to see Nicolas Otamendi ever again in a Manchester City shirt, but he's had a good service at Manchester City, particularly during that 17-18 season, was outstanding, and again, like all the other players, he'll get my well wishes when he does leave Manchester City. City could look at another position. We'll wait and see. I think City may have a look at the market. Not saying we're going to sign another player, but I think we might have a look at the market and see what's available and see where we go from there. Brahim Diaz. Yeah. You know what I mean? He wants to go to Spain, wants to go and prove himself he can do that. It doesn't always work out. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It is what it is. There's a free kick there given to Manchester City. Riyad Mahrez goes down under the challenge from the Leicester City man. A free kick to City around 40 yards out or so. So another good opportunity here for City to put a ball into the box. Similar range here for De Bruyne to get that ball in and around between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. De Bruyne with the ball in again. Looked offside. It's 2-0. He looked offside, if I'm completely honest. The offside flag does go up. Rodri has the ball into the back of the net. VAR will have a look. I'll be honest, it looked like Rodri had set off too early there, if I'm honest. Definitely does, yeah. He's about a yard or two offside. Good set piece, though. Good ball in. Nice to see City trying to be nice and physical. Another great ball in from De Bruyne. Again, Rodri looked like he was just behind it a little bit more, but he managed to just bend his backwards to get himself into a position that he could guide the ball away from the keeper. Something Fernandinho couldn't do. Rodri could then. A good finish nonetheless. It remains 1-0. Looking positive. If we can get that killer second goal before half-time, we're in a very good position, in my opinion. I think the biggest concerns we've got is at left-back for how injury-prone Mendy is. So obviously we've got Cancelo that can cover there. And I think it's a really good option for City there. And Ake can cover there, but he's not played there. So we don't actually know... he's not played there, so we don't actually know how good he's going to be there. So we'd have to wait and see. As Leicester bring the ball forward, tries to bring him down. Ball gets played forward. Walker, it's dangerous. A penalty's been given. Mike Oliver's given a penalty here to Leicester City. Jamie Vardy went down under the challenger Kyle Walker. Bit of a silly challenge for Walker to make. Puts his hand on his shirt and brings him down. He goes down. It's a penalty, but it's a weak one, and I can see why a penalty's being given. It's one of them that if a penalty hadn't been given, I don't think this would be overturned. But I don't think this is going to be overturned either. Kyle Walker brings down Jamie Vardy. So I imagine it'll be Vardy taking the penalty. And a great opportunity here for Leicester to find an equaliser. So Jamie Vardy scored 4 of his last 5 penalties. So it's Jamie Vardy going up against Ederson. 12 yards out. Ederson on his line. VAR will be having a look. They're allowed to look this year. As Vardy strikes it into the back of the net. It's a good penalty kick from Jamie Vardy. Looks like he's gone down the middle. Nice and high. Lots of power. A good penalty kick that from Jamie Vardy. And Leicester, despite not doing much in the match, always when there's only one goal in it, you're always going to be confident you can get something to happen. Make one mistake and bam, there you go. Good penalty that from Jamie Vardy. 1-1. Disappointing. A bit silly from Kyle Walker, like I said, putting his arm across him. Didn't need to do that. Jamie Vardy is on his weaker left foot going across from goal there. He'd have probably turned, so he could have kept up and kept pace with him. He's a quick player. Silly thing to have gone and done. Is what it is. Always going to be a difficult match, this one. I said it was going to be both teams to score, and I'm maintaining positivity, and I'm maintaining my prediction here that it'll finish 3-1 here to Manchester City. It could be right there, Ibrato 2-1 City at half-time. So we've got all our hard work to go through again. I'm confident we can still get it done as De Bruyne, I think that was, tried to get a ball across as it's put out for a throw into Manchester City there. Am I disappointed? Yeah, I'm a little bit, but not surprised, if I'm honest. I said Leicester's a quality team, that City need to just make sure that... They're playing to the top ability of their game. If I'm honest, every Premier League game's the same. You always need to be on top of your game, and if you just lose your focus just for 1 second, then all of a sudden it can go wrong. We know that. We know what we're capable of. Just need to keep pushing, being nice and positive. and try and put this Leicester City defence under as much pressure as possible. Disappointed to have given the penalty away, but other than that, Leicester haven't really caused too many problems, but been quite typical, balls over the top, but Leicester are sitting deeper. And we've already had the ball in the back of the net from a couple of set pieces, so I'd possibly be targeting set pieces. I mean, we scored off a flick on from a corner, and we've already had the ball in the back of the net from a 40-yard free kick whipped in. So if I were City, I'd be looking to just anticipate some free kicks and start getting some set pieces in. Because City's set pieces have been pretty decent today. This Leicester team will be very stubborn. They'll sit deeper and deeper. They'll look to use that pace more and more as the game goes on. Just need to just make sure that we're keeping our focus a little bit more. Really is really poor that from Kyle Walker. Didn't need to be done, if I'm honest. Just didn't need to be done. The angle and everything that it's working at. I mean, if Vardy gets ahead, there's a chance here Raheem Sterling can get there ahead. Goes down under a challenge. Referee just chooses not to give a free kick. I was going to say Raheem Sterling needs to be a bit stronger there, but I think Sterling was hoping to get a free kick there, if I'm honest. That's why he's gone down. More in hope than expectation. As De Bruyne brings the ball forward now. Here's a chance. That's a good tackle there from Leicester. Staying with De Bruyne. Gavin Bazunu really hyped in Ireland. He's out on loan at Rochdale at the moment. Hoping that if they let fans back in, I'll be able to go and see him in action at Rochdale. It's not too far away from me. Typical Man City shooting ourselves in the foot. Play well, look to have things under control, bam. So that's why I was looking for the comfort of the second goal. Teams get demoralised. Whilst it's only one goal in it, teams are always going to be motivated to perform and go forward here. There's a chance here for Leicester. Once more, Aymeric Garcia. Good bit of defending that from Aymeric Garcia. As he gets a goal kick. I thought it was going to be a corner, but Aymeric Garcia thought it was a goal kick, and referee does give a goal kick. Good bit of foot race that for Aymeric Garcia, and a good bit of defending actually as well. No, that was a goal kick actually, if I'm honest. So we've still got 3 minutes left of the first half. Hoping City can really start pushing. 3 minutes here of pressure, really to put this Leicester team under pressure. 3 minutes of pressure, try and break them, try and get that goal and the lead in at half time. Liverpool are excellent at phases of play, and the last 5 minutes of halves, Liverpool are very strong. Really look to put teams under pressure, whereas City always look to be very calm and collective. Which is a good approach. I would like to see a little bit more, or I would like to say, I'd like to see us be a little bit more dynamic. As Leicester once again looking for them long balls forward, doesn't work out and goes out for a throw into City. I don't think it's more players don't want to join us. I think it's City's had personal terms agreed with Koulibaly and Koundé. I think it's more down to City won't pay the price that these teams are looking for. They're all looking for 80+ million euros. Manchester City won't pay it. We've got a minute and a half left here until added time in the first half. Pep's looking rather frustrated, shall we say, at the moment. As City's got a big second half coming up here. Needs to be a lot more decisive in the second half. I don't think we've played badly. Just don't think we've played great. And to beat Leicester and break them down, need to be playing better than what we are. And unfortunately, we haven't really got the quality on the bench here to... I mean, what have we got? We've got Delap on the bench, obviously. Good, decent young striker. No fear, nothing to lose. Zinchenko, Laporte, Stefan, you know what I mean? Who can come off the bench and really help City in the second half and really put this Leicester team under pressure. Feeling the impact of the injury and stuff, so really need to... Going gets tough, tough gets going. Really knuckle down here and work hard. It'll be a narrow game, this. that was a throw-in. Yeah, referee doesn't give a free kick. I was going to say, didn't look like there was any... Didn't touch him, really. Just going down looking for something there, if I'm honest. Fernandinho, can he get something... Ferran Torres, I forgot about Ferran Torres, and Ferran Torres on the bench. Yeah, the pace of Ferran Torres. Can he hurt Leicester in the second half, maybe? Ake playing it forward. Not really working that much. I'd like to see a couple of shots for outside the box, maybe, just to test the hands of Kasper Schmeichel, give him something to think about. A Vincent Kompany-esque type shot. As we're into 1 minute of added on time here, as Leicester come forward onto the edge of the Manchester City penalty area. As I think they've just picked up a corner here, so last chance probably of the half. It looks like it's going to go to Leicester. Imagine Leicester score now. Go forward twice, score 2 goals. That'd be vintage Man City. Anyway, we've got a bit of defending to do here. There's 20 seconds or so left of the first half. Make sure we don't concede. Getting at half-time 1-1. Corner goes in. It's not a great corner. Doesn't really beat the first man, but it does go back out for another corner. As the referee forgets it and just says, there you go, you've had your chance, and blows for the half-time whistle. So there we go, half-time here. It's Manchester City 1, Leicester City 1. Man City have looked the more dominating team. We have particularly scoring after just 4 minutes. A great finish from Riyad Mahrez. We're looking very good on our set pieces. But actual link-up play and looking like we're going to be able to break down Leicester other than from a set piece and in open play, we haven't really looked that great, if I'm completely honest. So, yeah, looking for a little bit more from City in the second half. In terms for Leicester City, playing balls forward, looking to try and put City under as much pressure as possible with long balls forward. Haven't really connected with too many of their long balls forward, but when they have connected, they've managed to put City under enough pressure to cause us a couple of problems. Ederson's had to read the ball really well when coming forward and coming out. But, yes, they've managed to come away with a goal, which is really disappointing, and that's come about quite simply from Kyle Walker making a mistake and putting his arm across Jamie Vardy and giving Vardy an excuse for him to go down and the referee to give a penalty. Bit of a weak one, I thought. Weak one from Kyle Walker. But it's one of them that I felt like if a penalty hadn't been given, VAR would agree with that. Whereas with City, if a penalty had been given, obviously it has, then you would agree with it. So it's 50-50. Bit of a weak one to concede. And Vardy did a really good penalty and put it in the back of the net. So there we go, pretty much. There you go. There we go. Anyway, Nis Lee, thank you for becoming a JSGC member once more. It's much appreciated. Shout out to you. An absolute legend. Hello, thank you for tuning in once more. But yeah, lots of stuff for City to think about in the second half. I'm confident that the people that are working on the analysis of the game will be picking up on the little bits of gaps there for Manchester City, and they'll be able to continue to work through and look for gaps and areas for City to exploit. Like I said, I've been looking towards the bench normally for looking where the gaps are and tired legs. 65, 70 minutes in, considering Leicester won't have had, or they've only played 3 games, won't have had much of a pre-season, that we can put them under pressure because we do like to play that passing, pressing style of football. So you'd be looking to the bench to see who we can have to come on and maybe make an impact, but isn't too much on the bench. Like I said, Ferran Torres, Liam Delap, could Doyle or Palmer come on maybe, but other than that, City may be feeling the impact a little bit of having a depleted squad from injuries. So let's have a look at the stats. How are City actually performing in terms of actual numbers? So once again, City have only faced 2 shots on target this season in the Premier League, and we've conceded 2 goals. Albeit one of them has been a penalty and the other one was a good header for Wolves. But it is a stat, and it is a bit concerning. City have had 73% possession. We've only mustered up 5 shots, 3 of them on target, and we've managed to come away with a goal. Not got a problem with that, but I'd be looking maybe for double the amount of shots and shots on target and putting Leicester under pressure. Leicester sitting a lot deeper. They're defending really well. Set pieces is something City need to target more in the second half, trying to win them set pieces, because De Bruyne is putting in some great quality balls into the box, making sure we're staying on side, that when we do put the ball in the net, we aren't offside. And we also need to make sure that if we're getting given an opportunity to maybe have a shot or two from outside the box, having that shot, because you never know, deflections or rebounds or things like, or a goalkeeping gaff, something like that could happen. So yeah, looking for City to really step this up in the second half, because we haven't been that great. Lots of possession, passing percentage completion rate up at 91%. It's exactly what you'd be looking for from City, just not dynamic enough up front. So I'll be looking for a little bit more. Not bad from Leicester though, 77% pass completion rate. That's fairly decent. City's only had 1 corner, whereas City's had 3. Whereas Leicester's had 3 corners. So I'd always be looking for a little bit more really there from City. Tackles completion rate at 50%. 62.5% there for Leicester, so Leicester doing really well on their tackle completion rate. Aerial duels, City normally quite strong with theirs, 30% today, so second balls is something City need to be targeting more. Leicester up at 70%, so that's crazy. Leicester working really hard off the ball to try and make things happen. They're a quality side, Leicester, like I said. There's a reason why they've won their last 2 Premier League games since the start of the Premier League season, beating West Brom away 3-0 and beating Burnley at home 4-2. They like scoring goals, they like putting teams under pressure. This isn't going to be an easy game. City need to be playing to the best of their ability if they are to pick up the 3 points here today. And we need to be offering a little bit more in this second half, working a little bit not only stronger but smarter as well. So what we're going to do, we've still got 8 minutes or so till the second half, so I'm just going to change up the last parts on the screen. So we'll change that to the second half, still 1-1. And we'll have the timer ready and set to go once more for everybody to enjoy, so you know what minute that we are in. That's good to go. So still got about 7 minutes or so, so everyone go and get yourself some refreshments, some nice food and drink wherever you are in the world, and I'll be back again in 5 minutes or so, as I'm just going to go and stretch my legs, and then we'll be back for the second half. Big second half, strong push here, try and get them 3 points. straighten this up because it's not straight. There we are. There we go. We're back. Ready for the second half. Should be a minute or so away. Goody Oil. Thank you for tuning in. Hello there. There we go. You know what? I'll head on to Twitter and we'll see what is happening on Twitter. What people are saying about the game at the moment. I love that. The Kyle Walker presenter that works for City's tweeted out, Kyle Walker abuse coming my way. That's funny. Other than that, people aren't really too thrilled with how we're playing. There we go. Kalidou Koulibaly. It's apparently going to be staying at Napoli. Said Napoli are happy to keep him, so he's going to be staying at Napoli. People praising Aymeric Garcia's performance. He played very well, actually, Aymeric Garcia. Proving his quality, like I said. I wish he'd signed the contract and stay at City, but he wants to leave and go to Barcelona, so maybe City are going to put an extra £5 or £10 million on top of the asking price that we're asking for at the moment. Well, there's going to be more of a spring in the step for City. It was fantastic first half against Wolves. We've not been fantastic here. Wolves adapted in the second half, so we'll see. We'll see what happens for the second half. If I had a £10 free bet, what would I bet on in the second half? I'd probably go with a dead cert Fernandinho yellow card. Or did I do a next yellow card? I'd probably go for that. Oh, we're close to 100 likes. We're on 99. If you're watching this, leave a thumbs up. Be the 100th like. And there it is, past 100 likes, fantastic. We got to 200 likes on my last live stream. Let's see if we can get there. We've got 95 more likes to get for the second half. As the players come out for the second half. Thank you, Bendover. Much appreciated tuning in back once more. Could be the good luck charm that we've been looking for in this game, tuning in. Yes, it's again down to leadership. Heads just dropping when something goes wrong. Just need to make sure that we're keeping on top and putting in good quality balls, trying something new, being a little bit more dynamic. I wouldn't have expected City to be making any changes for the start of the second half. And I thought City's analysis team would have been working on having a look at where the gaps are. We've still got a big 45 minutes to go here. As long as we cut out the mistakes, I'm confident we can get that second goal and go on to win this game. We just need to cut out the mistakes. I'm more concerned about conceding. So, next goal, very, very important. Need to make sure that we continue to work hard, as we've got Liam Delap warming up on the touchline, so he might be coming on very soon. Maybe that's what City need. Guy's going to be in the face of the Leicester City defenders. I think if Liam Delap comes in, I think I'd have him at any time yellow card as a £10 free bet as well. He loves the yellow card, apparently. City's got a chance here. Straight from the half as De Bruyne has a shot. There we go. Finally, some shots from outside the area. Gets onto his left foot. Bit too much on that, but that's what we're looking for. More efforts. Get given an opportunity. Leicester back off, back off. Have that shot. Take your opportunity. I'm hoping, Bendover, you can be the lucky charm here and guide us to them 3 points. We've got Ben in the room now. Confident. My confidence has gone up. I was at a 4, now at a 7. I think Leicester will be doing much of the same, looking to just press City's high line, look to try and force mistakes from City. City always the victim of their own downfall, always the mistakes from City that's forced, rather than teams outplaying us, because teams like for like can't really outplay us. As I think that's Rodri that's gone down, looking in a heap of pain there. Surely a yellow card, and it is. Has he kicked him or something there? It's a bit of a nasty challenge. Is it from Soyuncu? Hoping Rodri'd be okay and he'll be able to get back up. He's just late on the challenge and gone down with the studs on his foot. So yeah, yellow card, nothing more than that. Right decisions being made there from Michael Oliver. In fact, Michael Oliver's probably made the right decisions for all the decisions in this game at the moment so far, if I'm honest. Was a penalty, a weak one, but was a penalty. It's a poor ball that from Fernandinho, and Soyuncu is going to guide that out from Raheem Sterling out for a goal kick. Prediction, I'm going to go for Tuesday. Tuesday evening for the announcement of Ruben Diaz. That's a prediction. I am not in the know. I don't know if that's the case or not, but that's what I'm going for. Leicester to come. I don't think Leicester will, if I'm honest. Having watched that All or Nothing documentary with Tottenham Hotspur, Tottenham were always clued up on who was on yellow cards, so I'm hoping City will have done the same and be aware that Soyuncu now is on a yellow card and really run at him, put him under pressure, go down under a couple of challenges, really make Leicester think. He's a good defender, actually. Jose Mourinho made some comments, actually, in that thing about Man City, saying that we're all a bunch of C words. He wants his Tottenham team to stop being the nice guy and start being like that as well. That's how City are. City win a penalty and automatically when they miss that penalty want another penalty. That's what City need to do. Apparently he's already completed his medical, or his first part of his medical, so I imagine his medical will probably be sorted by tomorrow, hopefully. Ready for an announcement, like I said, Tuesday. He's had to travel to Manchester at some point, apparently, within the next 24 hours or so. It could even be today. Maybe. Good pressing this from City, forcing Leicester back. Got it on the edge of the area. Can they put a ball in? De Bruyne out for a corner to Manchester City. Is Ruben Diaz? Not as far as I'm aware. He's not in Manchester. Like I said, maybe tonight he might be, but not at the moment as far as I'm aware. As the corner comes in, and it's cleared at the near post. As it looks like Liam Delap is going to be coming on for Manchester City. He's giving him some instructions there, Pep. So Liam Delap coming on for Manchester City. As Leicester come away with the ball down the right-hand side here. Ake, sold short. Ball across. He's cleared well there by City. I think that was at Kyle Walker. Good clearance nonetheless. De Bruyne once again brought down. He's looking very frustrated. Leicester here with a game plan to try and... I think is that Mendy that's been given a yellow card for Leicester. Once again, the game plan is just to surround Kevin De Bruyne and put him under as much pressure as possible. Oh, sorry, it's a Marty, sorry, rather than Mendy. There's Fernandinho, tactical change here from City. A midfielder comes off and Delap comes on. So that'll be De Bruyne and Phil Foden occupying the middle along with Rodri. And Raheem Sterling's going to go out on the left, you would think, and Riyad Mahrez on the right-hand side. Delap's going to go through as City's out-and-out striker. So Liam Delap comes on to make his Manchester City Premier League debut. We're in a situation here, it's 1-1. What a chance for Delap to come out there and get his first Manchester City Premier League goal. Got his first goal for City, of course, in midweek in the Carabao Cup match. Great opportunity here for him to come out there and get another goal for City. As Ake picks up the ball now. Are we needing that Vincent Kompany moment, that long-range shot? As Leicester are sitting deep once more and backing off. Ball gets played through now. Sterling switches play really well. Mendy, can he get a quality ball into the box? No is the answer, as it's collected relatively comfortably there from Kasper Schmeichel. And there we go. £10 loss, Fernandinho took off. Souls. I think just looking for a bit more quality at left back, if I'm honest. He's pressed well here. Chance here again for City. And he's wide. Another good shot out from the edge of the area. This is better. This is better from City. Much better. Pressing higher. Getting their shots in. Trying to make things happen. I'm happy if City can do this for 45 minutes. We can break through and get that goal that we need. How on earth has Leicester won that in the air then? I don't know, another second ball lost as well, but City do pick up the pieces eventually. As Ake picks the ball up and cleared. That's a good ball across. Vardy's in space, finds him. It's a goal. It's 2-1 to Leicester. Jamie Vardy, their second shot. And the second shot on target and a second goal for Leicester. It's Manchester City 1, Leicester City 2. Really poor piece of defending this from City. City have got a lot to think about. Lots of questions from last season. Can City capitalise upon that? And they're not doing so this season. Definitely onside. Jamie Vardy's definitely onside. Goal's going to count. Garcia caught a bit square there. Good ball across. Good flick on from Vardy. Poor bit of keeping. And it's 2-1 to Leicester City. Lots of questions, lots of things for City to think about here. Leicester have taken their opportunities away very well. And I said it's all down to being clinical. City haven't been as clinical as Leicester. Leicester have been clinical. Putting their chances away. Very poorish from Manchester City. Lessons from last season not being learnt. 1920 season once again being shown here. City feeling the impact of having a smaller squad, not making additions to their squad whilst having injuries impacting, just lots of stuff impacting into a performance that really isn't what we're looking for here. Leicester will sit deeper from here, so City need to really dig deep and make things happen. 7 attempts for City, 2 for Leicester, 2 on target, 2 goals. City have faced 3 shots this season in the Premier League and conceded 3 goals, which is really, really worrying. Just throw this one out there, but Zach Steffen will be rubbing his hands at this. Not so much that I blame Ederson for the goals and stuff, but you're always going to be exposed with how City play at the back and when you're conceding. So you're always going to ask questions. I mean, it's a good flick by Vardy. Ederson's committed himself. That's been the problem there. Looked to make himself as big as possible there. It's a combined mistake in midfield and losing the ball higher up. But in actual terms of impact on the goal, Garcia it comes down to an Ederson. As Leicester come forward once more. Well, they're not done yet. Shot comes in. Ederson makes a save. That'll make him feel a lot better. Not sure if it was on target or not. Barnes, though, has a shot. Good, decent, low-down save from Ederson. It'll make him feel a lot better. He's on target. Lots of questions here for City to think about here. City they're not on the game here at the moment. And like I said, we've not got the players on the bench here to come on and make an impact. First home game of the season. You don't really want to be losing your first home game of the season. Chance, nope. Ederson picks up the ball. Phil Foden surrounded out. City struggling to deal with Leicester's pressing. I'd have thought that surely City would have been looking to try and make the most. Nope. City would have been looking up for. Ball gets played along, goes down. It's a penalty. Penalty Leicester. A coming together of the two players. City have completely self-destructed here. Let's have a look at this challenge. That's a weak one in my opinion. Bit of a clumsy one, that one from Eric Garcia once more. A weak one again. Perfectly onside. It's a little nudge in the back. Vardy's had their number. So, yeah, penalty to Leicester here. Can Ederson make the save and use this as a momentum to try and turn it forward? Or will Leicester maybe put this to bed? Vardy up against Ederson once more. It's a good penalty once more. It's 3-1 to Leicester. Ederson goes the right way. Too much power on it from Jamie Vardy. It's Manchester City 1, Leicester City 3. City in all kinds of predicaments here. Lots of problems, lots of concerns, lots of issues that were here last season that are coming out in fruition once more. This hasn't been good for Manchester City at all. This is really, really poor from Manchester City. Really, really poor. City need to be trying something a bit different here. Need to be putting Leicester under. Just not put Leicester under any pressure. It's been Leicester that's put City under pressure. Someone said before that they don't want Leicester to do what Wolves did to us second half, putting us under pressure. And it's Leicester that's come out from the blocks, putting City under pressure. This hasn't been good at all here. City need to make sure they get a goal and get back into this game as quickly as possible. And get a goal soon, and then go from there. But at the moment, this hasn't been good at all. City aren't really going for the take-ons, no one-on-ones there. There's nothing, really. Not a great ball in. It's cleared. Ake brings him down. And a free kick there given to Leicester. We need to do a Chelsea now. Only problem is we're not playing West Brom. We're playing Leicester City, a decent team here. Leicester, though, going to be picking up 3 wins from 3. Well, it didn't look like there was too much in that from Ake. Has he caught him there or not? He's been given a yellow card for it, but I didn't think there was that much in it. We've still got 30 minutes to go here. If I were Pep, I'd probably be tempted to twist here and maybe chuck on a couple more of our players from the bench. Maybe looking to try and make something happen. So you'd be looking towards attacking players like Ferran Torres. If I'm honest, I'd probably get Laporte on there for a bit of organisation. We're a bit all over the place. Leicester's played really well here, to be fair. Played the perfect game, what they've been looking for. Vintage Brendan Rodgers. A clinical Leicester side. Jamie Vardy running the show, causing us lots of problems. Not a great ball in. It's going to be cleared once more. City just need to be high pressing. Press Leicester into their mistakes. Because they haven't forced anything from Leicester. One good quality finish, but other than that, what's City really done? Anyway, good burst forward here. De Bruyne, not a great ball. It's going to be cleared. You don't win titles playing like this. These are games that you look towards to try and... you need unbeaten runs is what you need to look for. Put teams under... Just putting everyone under pressure, getting a good run. And once again, just stopping momentum. And I said it's... Last season, we had a difficult problem always chasing games. We're not even chase this game. We've led in this game. We shot ourselves in the foot. As a ball comes in, shot comes in, sorry, from Kyle Walker, can't make anything happen. As Ferran Torres is going to come on. De Bruyne brings it forward. Can we find something? It's flicked forward and straight into the hands. The feet, of Kasper Schmeichel. I was expecting him to pick it up, and he didn't. City need to find a goal. I reckon Leicester will drop off. They won't be able to keep the pace up all game. That once they get a goal, Leicester's response will be then to drop. Mendy. Ball in. A decent header onto the top of the crossbar from Delap. Never looked like it were really going to go in. Nice to have a nice tall physical striker that you can put a cross into though. Offers a different outlet. Something for Leicester to think about. It's unlucky from the young striker. It was a testing header, that one. Foden comes off for Ferran Torres. Not been one of Foden's better games, in my opinion. Giving the ball away a couple of times. Caught high up as well. Learning curve for him. He's only, what, is he 19, 20 years old? So, I'm wondering where Ferran Torres is going to go. Who's going to drop into the centre? It looks like Raheem Sterling dropping into the centre, as Ederson surely is going to win that header, and does. Ederson winning headers, charging out there. Once again, Leicester win the ball high up. Good ball played in. Nathan Ake should have this covered and does. A good challenge out for a throw into Leicester. I think Jamie Vardy's feeling the impact here after 64 minutes. Huffing and puffing on his... crouching down. Still got 25... Still, the only thing we've got going in our advantage here is we've still got time. We've still got 25 minutes to go here. 25 minutes to try and make things happen. Ake's just going to have to bring that forward. City are going to have to win that ball, and they do. Sterling miscontrols it. Again, Sterling hasn't had the greatest of games. Heavy touch that from Sterling. That's poor, really poor. Ari, you asked before anyway, why have we got so many injuries? I think it's just more down to we've not had pre-season. We brought our players back late, and they've just been picking up little niggling injuries. I'm not sure what they've been working on. Have been working on in training and stuff, but just picking up little knocks here and there to players. Players have already gone into the season with injuries, a couple of them. And then others have just picking up 1 or 2 injuries here and there. We've not looked prepared for the season. We looked good last week. We looked nice and fresh, and then this week we look tired and leggy. I don't really get it. A lot of players didn't play midweek, so we shouldn't be looking tired and leggy. I don't get it. Maybe we'll just put it down to Leicester have been played a really good game here. But at the end of the day, we took the lead in the game. We were dominating the game. We were looking for that killer second goal, and all of a sudden conceded once and kind of kamikazed from there. Not been some great individual performances here, as Jamie Vardy looks to have picked up some kind of knock, so he may well go off. So that's one danger for City not to think about. And like I said, now we've got 24 minutes. There should be 24 minutes of straight in. So not a bad ball in, but can't quite steer it onto the target by Raheem Sterling here. So City got a lot of hard work to get through. Wasn't a bad ball in at all. I think I can say that what City's got on the pitch should be enough to get the job done, particularly at home as well. So that's really disappointing. As we've got James Maddison coming on. Is it Vardy that's coming off? Yep. I think it's... Is it Vardy coming? Is he coming off? I don't know. They're having a little bit of a drinks break as one of the Leicester players is down injured. It's Prate that's coming off for James Maddison. And Vardy stays on. Vardy doesn't look like he's got much left in him. If I'm honest. Ball gets played forward. Hoofed up by Leicester. Dealt with at the back by City. City can come away with the ball now. Another chance here for Mendy. Can he put a good ball into the box? It's not great. Second ball won by City. Ake works it back out to Mendy again. We need to be stronger on our crossing. Walker. It's poor from City once more, and Leicester can clear their lines. So they can pick up a free kick even better. So less than 20 minutes to go here for us. Less than 20 minutes to go. Not good this from City. Not good. Walker does well there to just guide the ball out for a throw in there for City. Good ball in from De Bruyne. Sterling tries to slide in and get a ball into, try and make some contact, but he couldn't. But much better. It's unlucky. Good ball in from De Bruyne. Just too much on it. Ball headed back across. Liam Delap does well to win the ball, but he miscontrols it. Too much on that from Leicester, so it's played forward. Ederson out of his goal. Could have gone for a chip shot there with Ederson out of his goal. Chooses not to. Good save there from Ederson as he just allowed, I think that's Barnes, just to run straight through. What's going on? I don't get it. Really poor this from Man City. Really, really poor. Anyway, Leicester... City look to just try and hit him on the counter-attack. That is an awful, awful ball in. Awful. That's really poor. Looks clueless from City. I want to know what we're working on in training, not just for picking up so many injuries, but how are we preparing for these games? Because Leicester's found this all too easy. I don't really get what we've been preparing for. Everything Leicester's done in this game, none of it's a surprise. It's like people will say it's like the 1920 season. I'd say it's more like the first season under Pep, where Pep was getting used to the Premier League, so he didn't really know what to expect from some teams, which I could understand. But we know exactly what Leicester do. Like to hit on the counter-attack, like to be nice and aggressive, like to put people forward, like to be quick and dynamic. So they look really short with the second ball. So when balls get played forward, Leicester are always there in the midfield picking up the pieces when they decide they want to. Certainly in the second half, Leicester's dictated what's happened in the second half. So City need to... I don't know, we play a higher line, so I can't even say just to push up and try and keep them contained. I said we've not got the bench there. Feeling the impact once it had gone 1-1 of not having the bench there as to try and make any impact as Walker brings it forward. It's a good ball in from Walker. No one's really read that. Really good ball in that from Kyle Walker. Referee's going to give a free kick there. So we've got 15 minutes. Try and salvage something from the game. I think getting a point from this game would definitely feel like 3 points right now. Leicester not dominated, but Leicester in control of this game. A couple of coming together for the penalties. A couple of weak decisions from City's defence at the back line being exploited once more. The pace of Jamie Vardy's caused City a lot of problems. Lots of incorrect decisions made from City. Considering we've gone 1-0 up as well, it's really, really poor. De Bruyne. Can City get something? Like I said, City just need that goal because Leicester will back off if this goes 3-2. Guarantee it. You'd be crazy not to. Leaving space so they'll just sit deeper. 15 minutes left. Can Kyle Walker get a ball in? Can make something happen? There's no movement at all. Everyone's just so stationary. It's really poor. Not a great ball in that from Mahrez, but... This is poor, really poor. headed clear by City there. Not a great ball. Picked off there by Leicester. Gets played through. Chance here for Leicester. Got an extra man there. They can find him. Oh, he has a shot. Oh, what a goal! What a brilliant, brilliant goal. I think that's Maddison. It is. James Maddison. What a brilliant goal. 4-1 to Leicester. Kills the game completely. And a magnificent goal, that one from Maddison. Another goal for Manchester City to concede. Another shot on target and another goal for City to concede. Lots of questions are going to be asked after this game. Not too sure what Maddison's holding up because the camera's not pointing it at him, so I don't know what he's holding up there. But Leicester make it 4-1. City being given a battering at home. We've got a difficult match again next week against Leeds as well for everyone to look forward to. Yeah, it's a great goal, that. Great finish. I think Aymeric Garcia's again got to do a little bit better in closing down. Keeper not to blame for this one. It's a great finish. Nothing much you can do about that. I'm not too sure who that is on the t-shirt. I'm so sure someone can enlighten me with that. Decent quality performance this from Leicester. But for a City point of view, it's just poor. Really, really poor. Like I said, lots of questions will be asked. Not really learned our lessons from last season. Mahrez chips the ball in. Delap. Unlucky. It's more like it. More like it. Good pressing that. City win the ball higher up. Leicester just come away with it now. Looking to hurt City on the counter-attack. So good threaded ball through here. There's a chance for 5. Kyle Walker's quick. Intercepts. And good pass there from Ederson. It's a good pass. Sterling, can he do something with it? I'm not sure when City last conceded 4, if I'm honest. At home. I think City need to seriously go away and have a deep think about their ways forward. How we're performing and what we're doing isn't really good enough for the aims for the season. Obviously, City are looking to try and win back that Premier League trophy. I mean, the first thing you want to be doing when you're competing in the Premier League is making sure you're reaching the bare minimum goals, and that's with lots of quality in the Premier League. City may even struggle to do that, and that's to get Champions League football. With how we've performed this afternoon, with how we've played, like we're only 2 games in, so it's very hard to judge, but with how we've performed in this game is a complete contrast to last week. And how we've played today, we're playing more like a team that won't be challenging for the Premier League, a team that will be struggling to make the top 4, yet last week we were playing like a team that looked ready to challenge once more for the Premier League. So I don't really get how you go from last week's performance to this week's performance, considering we've had a nice big break in between games, considering we made lots of changes for that Carabao Cup game and a match that we ended up winning as well. We look, I don't know, it just doesn't look right. It's just not clicking. It's not in sync. I said City need to go away and have a long, hard think about it. Not just Pep, but the players as well. They need to have a long, hard think about what they're doing. How do they win the games? We look ill-prepared how we look today. I know we've not had a pre-season, so you could use that as an excuse, but we didn't look ill-prepared last week. We looked very good last week, so I don't get it. Really don't get it. Really do not get it, I'm afraid. Not taking anything away from Leicester. I think Leicester's been exceptional. Approached this game perfectly. Jamie Vardy's done really well. Put Aymeric Garcia under a lot of pressure. The goal from Maddison was fantastic. Just got to ask yourself how this has happened. End of the day, you start looking for your Premier League title contenders, and you ask yourself, would you see Liverpool losing at home? The first answer to that is no. Do you see Liverpool losing 4-1 at home and getting outplayed? The answer's no. So we're not there. We're not there at the moment. I don't really have an answer as to how we get there either. We have a better perspective when all the City players are back fit. So once we've got Aguero back and we've got Gabriel Jesus back and we've got Aymeric Laporte fully fit and starting for City, and we add the quality of Ruben Diaz into the defence, and you got Cancelo back and Bernardo Silva back. Once you got these important players back, then you can have a good full assessment as to where we're at and our aims for the season. But judging off this one game, it's been pretty poor. And what I'd say for City now is if City want to achieve their goals for the season and try and win that Premier League back, they're going to need to go on a nice, big, long, unbeaten run. And ideally, you're always looking for a good, quick start to the season. First 9 or 10 games, you're looking for around 25 to 27 points would be a really good start. So City here need to go on a nice, good 6-7 game winning streak in the Premier League. And how we played here hasn't really been good enough. And City's got a free kick here in a good, strong position. There's a possibility here to try and get a goal back. Give ourselves, if we could score off this, 7 minutes or so to try and put ourselves in a position where we can try and maybe mount some kind of comeback and try and salvage a point from absolutely nowhere when we really, at this moment in time, have no right to have a point. Anyway, lots to say and do, lots to think about here for City. It's early in the season, so I'm not all concerned. The warning signs are all there, like last season. Not good. But I'm confident we can, see it out for the end of the season. I can judge better 10 games time or so. Right, free kick. See if City can put the free kick in. I'd say if this doesn't go in, I'd say the game's dead. The game's done. Sterling. Nope. Over the bar. Cool. So there we go. There's the game. Corner comes in. Oh, we've got a set piece goal. Here's a goal. It's Nathan Ake with his first goal. 4-2. A little bit of positivity. We have been pretty strong on our set pieces. So I presume that's what we've been working on in training, because we look very good on our set pieces. Attacking them anyway today. So 4-2. Can City mount a late comeback here? Can we do a Chelsea here? And when it's looking bleak, go on to try and pick up a point. We've got 6 minutes. Try and do so. We definitely need a goal. Rapido. If I'm honest. As Leicester now make a substitution. Is that Iheanacho that's coming on, I think? Former City man coming on for Jamie Vardy, who's had a very good game. To be fair, I felt both of them were weak, but both of them were penalties. Could do with that third if we're going to get one within the next 2 or 3 minutes. If we can, should be a fair amount added on with injuries and stuff. Should have a good 5 minutes or so to go at them. So could do with a goal within the next couple of minutes. Ball comes in. Not a bad ball in. Cleared by Leicester. Second ball won. Ferran Torres has a shot. Is blocked well by Leicester. They're going to win a free kick here, Leicester. That'll do them. Excuse me. Kasper Schmeichel. Pump this forward. Headed clear. That's a poor giveaway though from City. City rushing their play a little bit here. It's a good bit of play forward here. Chance for Leicester to put a ball into the box. No. That's another good ball. Mendy. It's another... I think he's given a penalty. Mendy clumsily's gone into the defender and he's given another penalty. Mendy doesn't seem very happy about it, but he's... What are we doing? Let's have a look. He's put his arms... Why? Why? Why has he done that? That's just awful defending. The little bit of momentum we had going forward. A horrendous bit of defending there from Mendy. Penalty to Leicester. Chance for them to well and truly kill off the game and pick up the 3 points and maintain their 100% start to the season. Them and Everton have looked pretty solid, to be fair. Disaster here for City. Another opportunity. VAR has had a look. And the penalty has been given. So I think it's Tielements here now with a chance to make it 5-2 to Leicester. 5! Conceding 5 at home isn't good. At all. Don't care if we've had no pre-season or not. Tielements sends the keeper the wrong way. It's 5-2. 3 penalties Leicester have had in this game. City have been extremely poor with their defending. Really poor. Lots to be concerned about with their defending. Lots to be concerned about. Not a good penalty that from Tielements. Ederson goes the right way, probably makes the save. Lots of power on it. It's a really poor penalty, actually. Ederson just doesn't guess the right way. So Tielements kills the game here. Really poor that from Benjamin Mendy. I think if City have ever needed clarification that they should be going in for a left back, then now is it. Pep looks really stressed. He doesn't look like he's got his head in the game. He's lost his mother. Seems to be having a rough time of it as of now, which is very, very understandable. Where do we what do we do? Where do we go? Well, I haven't got the answers, I'm afraid. Thing is, you can panic buy and you can bring a player in, but there's no strategy there. So that's not what City have planned for or looked for. So you're bringing someone in for the sake of bringing someone in. To be fair, Wolves had pace and they didn't do it last week. With how we played last week, seemed to work. Last week, though, we looked very strong, particularly in the first half. This week, this game, it's just not been there. It's not been there. It's just not been very good, if I'm honest. It just hasn't been very good from City at all. Sure, there's going to be lots of reactions to this. So if you're wanting to get your thoughts and reactions in a quick 30-minute summary of this game, all you need to do, follow me on my social media, my Twitter and Instagram that you can see just there on the banner. Follow me on there and film yourself with a 30-second clip. Try and film yourself, I think it's landscape, so how you're looking at a screen. So having your phone like filming it this way. And filming yourselves with your thoughts and summary and reactions to this game for a fan reaction that I'm looking to do tomorrow. So if you want to send them to me either tonight or tomorrow morning and get them sorted for me, that would be much appreciated for your chance to feature on a JSGC video. Imagine there'll be a lot of interest and thoughts and stuff, so I am interested in what you have to say. So if you're wanting to feature in that, then just send them across to me either via my Instagram or Twitter. You can send them on my email as well, and I'll look to include some of them in my video. You'll find out my thoughts on that after the game. I'll give a quick analysis after this game as well on my thoughts. It's a good bit of pressing here from City. Poor shot in the end that goes flying over the bar. Pep looks really unhappy. Really, really unhappy. Yeah, Mendy's footballed into the box haven't been fantastic. Defensively hasn't been great either. Too much space down on that left-hand side. I think we all know that City definitely need to be targeting that left-hand position. I think City need to be sorting out the future of Oleksandr Zinchenko as soon as possible. So City can then try and target before the window closes, what I would be doing, to try and bring in a decent quality left-back to really help. Even if that means going out there and spending an extra 50-60 million that we weren't planning on spending, I think it needs to be addressed right now, because it's concerning about how bad it is. Having Zinchenko and Mendy as your two functioning left backs and Ake that can cover there is when you're trying to win back a Premier League title isn't brilliant. Just been pretty poor this from City, really poor. All round, just a really bad performance, really. From decent goal from Mahrez, but other than that, it's just been really, really poor. Right, we're closing in on 150 likes, so I'd appreciate if we got to 150 likes on the live stream. That'd be good. We're only 19 away, so I know that you've enjoyed the live stream. You'd like to see more, and yeah, we'll be back again next weekend for another live stream match from for Leeds United. Big game that now, as to what our aims are for the season. Lose that game, losing 2 out of 3, picking up 3 points from 3 games really isn't a good start. We're kind of picking up from last season, start where we mean to go on, which is poor. The window's not closed, the window's still open. City can still address this. Into the last minute now of the game, thankfully. I think everyone will be pleased to hear. I can see Leeds love scoring, so yeah. Raheem Sterling goes down and goal kick given to Leicester. Leicester had a real spring in the step today. Looked really solid. So into the last seconds now of the game, and the referee, there we go, blows the final whistle. So well done to Leicester. A very, very good result for them. 5-2 home victory over Manchester City. They played a really good game. Good finish from Maddison. 3 penalties. If I'm honest, all 3 challenges were penalties. Leicester put all 3 of them away, so they'll be delighted with that. A couple for Jamie Vardy. Tielements getting a goal as well. Just been really poorish from Manchester City, considering we've took the lead and things were cruising and was looking for that killer second goal in the first half. We're just not being dynamic enough in pushing for that second goal, and then all the flaws are there to see for everybody at the back. And whilst we brought in Ake, helped to cover with Aymeric Laporte and his injury, and Ake's got himself a goal as well. It's literally just putting a plaster over a big massive crack there, and it isn't solving the issues that are there. These issues are a lot deeper than just playing 4 players across the back line. And I have a feeling it's going to be the same with Ruben Diaz as well when we bring him in. Just bringing in one centre-back to put into your squad isn't going to automatically sort out all these problems that we have. I feel like the problems that we've got are more down to a style of play on how we're playing against certain opposition. Albeit, I'm very happy with our controlling dynamic way of playing against certain teams. But with other teams, we look very leggy, we look very tired. We've only played 2 games this season, and already we look very tired and we look clumsy and lethargical. We look like we've played about 25, 30 games already. Today looked like a cold December afternoon is how we looked. and we're only second Premier League game into the season. So to me, that's suggesting that there's a little bit more of an underlying issue here for City, whether that's a style of play, whether it's an approach, whether that's how we're preparing for games. I'm not sure. Injuries is always going to be a talking point. City picking up too many injuries, in particular in training. We needed to do something a little bit different. I think we need to go back to the drawing board. I think City, I can't wait for the international break, just so we can all sit down and be able to put down and reflect on what's going wrong and how we can improve and come back even stronger. It's always going to not be ideal that we've not had pre-season and we've not had a proper chance to prepare, and we've got players injured already from last season coming into this season. But it's the same for most Premier League clubs. I mean, Leicester, how many friendlies have they played? What, one or two? They won't have had many. But it today suggested that Leicester, miles apart, look fresher, look more up for it, look more motivated, and that's not a problem that you have with preparation. That's more you have a problem mentally and psychologically and getting over things. So City need to be a lot stronger. Need to be a lot stronger physically and mentally for next week in that match against Leeds. It's a very, very difficult away game from City, and I felt like City kind of took this game for granted. Once we went 1-0 up, we kind of took the game for granted, and I was happy. We scored after 4 minutes. I thought it was going back to the 17-18 season, the 18-19 season, where City loved to take the lead and put teams under pressure, but it's not really happened. Not really happened from there, and Leicester kind of kicked on, and yeah, pretty disappointed. I was expecting Leicester actually to be more defensively sound and solid and look to play more for a 0-0. Conceded twice, I'm not sure they'd be happy with that, but they'll be absolutely ecstatic that they've scored 5 and picked up the 3 points from that game. Yeah, it's going to be one of them seasons. It's probably going to take a lot of teams, maybe 10, 15 games to really get into their stride and settle in. It's going to be a really weird season. I think the points tally is going to be a lot less this season than what it has been over the last few seasons. And I think that's mainly down to preparation and how long teams have had to recover and get over games before you're having like 4 weeks before you come back into a brand new Premier League season, and you're telling them now that you've got to go from September so you've got less time to go from September through to May to have the season completed. This season's just so demanding, so the fact that they got rid of this rule of 5 subs to 3 is a crazy decision. It's detrimental. Like I said, lots of player fatigue and injuries going to happen to. I'm confident it's going to happen to all 20 Premier League teams. So it's not just going to happen to Manchester City. It's happened to us right at the start, but it will happen to more teams as the season goes on. It's probably going to happen more to Man City as well as the season goes on. So, like I said, points tally will come down. The points tally won't be as high at the top. I think everyone in the Premier League is more than capable of taking points off everybody. At the end of the day, though, you need to be motivated. You need to be turning up, and you need to be making sure that you are on the ball from minute 1 through to minute 90. For City, was on the ball from minute 1 through to minute 4. After that, though, fairly poor here from Manchester City. So not been great from us, if I'm completely honest. It's all about how you respond. Lost our first game of the season. It happens. We need to respond. We need to make sure we come back stronger. Difficult game against Leeds next week. Turn up and beat Leeds and put in a good performance, and all of a sudden then you're saying back on track. So we'll see. We put in a great performance against Wolves, and mark my words, that first half was a fantastic performance. That was some of the best football that I've seen from Man City. Some of the best that I've seen in that first half against Wolves. So to turn up and how we played against Leicester in this whole 90 minutes of the game has been really poor. Yeah, we lacked leadership. We lacked leadership on the pitch. Diaz will add a little bit of leadership. Yeah, we needed to make sure we really turn up next week and make sure we're putting in a good performance. Leeds going to be a difficult game, very attacking, like to score goals. So, yeah. Like I said before, you wanted to feature in one of my videos. I'm going to do a fan reaction as part of my analysis of this game. So make sure, like always, you send your clips. So if you're going to film them on your camera, on your phones, make sure you're filming them. I think it's landscape, this is called. Filming them this way to feature in the videos and stuff. That's just from my end, so I'm able to. It makes my life easier with editing and stuff. So if you're filming like that, film your reactions. 30 seconds. It's a defeat. I can probably accept a minute, okay? Between 30 seconds and a minute. Film yourselves on your phones, on your cameras. Send them to me with your thoughts of this game, your summary of this game. Manchester City 2, Leicester 5. Send them to me. Twitter, Instagram, send them to me on email, send them however you want, and I'll look to knock up as many of them into the video as I can and feature them in my video. So if you want your chance to feature in one of my videos and get your thoughts on the screen on my channel, send them videos to me on Twitter, Instagram, or my email, all of which you can just find on the banner just below me on this live stream. So yeah, right, let's have a look at the stats for this game so we can help draw up some conclusions. I don't think this is going to make for nice reading, but it has to be done. So for City, 72% possession compared with Leicester's 28. So we've dominated the ball. 16 shots, 5 on target, 2 goals. That's actually 5 shots with 16 shots isn't great, but 2 goals from 5 on target against a quality keeper in defence of Kasper Schmeichel and Leicester City. I think that's pretty decent. Leicester, they've had 7 shots, 7 on target, 5 goals. Clinical at their all-time best. The problem, though, 3 of them have come from penalties, and in my opinion, all 3 of them were the correct decision. They were all penalties. They were all weak defending from Manchester City. Kyle Walker didn't have a very good game. Eric Garcia didn't have a very good game. Benjamin Mendy didn't have a very good game. So when you've got 3 of your back 4 not having very good games, yeah, the problem's going to lie there. Now, Leicester, I thought their midfield were fantastic in dictating this game, and once again underpins a problem that City have with their midfield. Phil Foden wasn't really involved in the game, kind of ghost-like, and in a big game with midfield battles against Leicester City, you cannot afford players to be going ghost-like and going missing from games. So, a lot of lessons for the young lad to be learning there, in my opinion. De Bruyne put in some good quality balls, in my opinion, for the set pieces. In terms of open play, couldn't really make it work. Leicester City midfield were more than happy to take yellow cards to keep him quiet in open play and stop him coming forward on things like counter-attacks. So I thought Leicester managed that very well with their tactical fouling. It's annoying, but it is how it is. But Leicester just had that extra spring in their step. Looked like they wanted it more, and that's what Man City need to get to. We had it last week against Wolves, but we didn't have it in this game. No extra spring in their step. City feeling the impact possibly of having a depleted squad due to injury, but to me, a couple of the injuries that they picked up have been picked up in training. John Stones, for example, stuff that just needs to be worked on. Like I said, preparation, how they prepared for this Leicester game, because Leicester found it all too easy, and I could have told you before the game how Leicester are going to play. They played exactly how I thought they would. The stats back up how I thought they would play, and they've managed to come away scoring 5 goals and picking up the 3 points. So not really good enough on City's behalf, but that is, again, just my opinion. Like I said, love to know your opinions. Make sure film yourselves, 30 seconds to a minute, give me your summaries, give me your thoughts, send them to me, featuring one of my videos with the fan reaction to this game. So there we go, that's been the live stream. We smashed past 150 likes, so thank you everyone for that, thank you everyone for tuning in. Obviously not the result that we were looking for. It started off so well, it's nice and sunny, it's not so sunny anymore. Yeah, Sunday we've got to go back, everyone, to school and to work and everything for Monday. Feeling all a bit deflated and rubbish. But we do play again on Wednesday in a match against Burnley. Match isn't live on TV. You can watch it if you pay £10 to watch it on the Carabao Cup website. I'm not going to be live streaming for that game, but I will be back for the Leeds match on Saturday. Big performance needed from Manchester City. In the meantime, we're still rolling out daily Manchester City transfer updates. The transfer window is still open. I'll keep you in the loop with everything happening with the latest Manchester City transfer news. So make sure you subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We're doing a nice good march towards 14,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated by me. Don't forget also, leave a thumbs up if you have enjoyed this live stream. Check out my social media links. You can just see them in the banner below for my Twitter and Instagram. Email also there if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships, for any videos or any general business inquiries. Like I said, 30 seconds to a minute. Send me your clips with your thoughts of this game to feature in one of my videos. And lastly, don't forget, like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll be back again for another video tomorrow, daily Manchester City transfer updates, and we'll be back again for another live stream on Saturday. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. And I'll see you all again very soon for the next video. Down, but not out. We've still got 36 games left of the season. Serious questions are going to be asked. Serious answers are going to need to be answered. And we need them answers. Come back stronger. And we'll see what happens from there. So I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.